Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're not just talking about some vague opportunity, no, we are dissecting a massive, untapped market. And the best part? There's a clear investor-grade blueprint. We're going deep into Kenya's Indigenous Knowledge Economy. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the sheer size of this thing, the big number. Then, and this is crucial, we'll get into the rules of engagement. After that, it's the fun part, the entrepreneur's playbook, how you can actually build a business here. And finally, we'll look ahead. What are the risks and, of course, the rewards?
First things first, let's really anchor ourselves in the numbers. Because to build a solid strategy, you have to grasp the sheer scale of what we're talking about. This isn't just some niche cultural thing, It's a major economic force just waiting to be unleashed.
230 billion shillings. Let that sink in for a second. That's the headline number. We're not talking about a small market here. This is a valuation that puts this whole sector right up there with major national industries. It's a serious economic force that's just waiting to be properly commercialized. Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting. Look at how that huge number breaks down. It's not just one thing. Think of it like a diverse portfolio of high-growth sectors. You got herbal medicines, unique indigenous crops, the whole cultural and creative scene, and high-value ecotourism. Each slice you see there, that's a potential front door for a smart entrepreneur.
And get this isn't some static opportunity sitting there. No way. It's actually being pushed forward by these massive global currents. The whole wellness boom, the desperate search for climate-resilient farming, and this growing hunger from consumers for authentic, sustainable stuff. These are the engines, and they are revving up.
All right, now that we've got our heads around the size of the prize, let's talk about the rules. And listen up, because this part is critical. Before you even think about investing a single shilling, you absolutely have to understand the legal and policy landscape. I'm serious. Going into this blind is just a recipe for disaster.
And the first rule is understanding this massive pitfall, biopiracy. It's a heavy word, and for good reason. This isn't just some academic term. It's basically the theft of knowledge and resources from communities without their permission and without sharing any of the profits. It's the fastest way to find yourself in legal hot water and completely destroy your reputation.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. It's a fork in the road, a clear choice every single entrepreneur has to make. On one side, you've got exploitation, the biopiracy route. It's short-sighted, it's risky. On the other side, partnership. This is the model built on community agreement, fair compensation, and building something that actually lasts. You tell me, where's the smart money going? So to walk that partnership path, you need the right tools in your belt. Think of this as your intellectual property toolkit, and it's absolutely essential for creating real defensible value. Trademarks to protect your brand, patents for new inventions, industrial designs for that unique look, and even geographical indications, like champagne, to certify that your product is the real deal from a specific place. It's all about building a moat around your business. Okay, this is where we get to the core of the blueprint. We've seen the size of the opportunity, we know the rules of the game, so the big question is, how do you actually build a viable, scalable business in this space? Well, let's walk through 3 proven models you can take and run with. Model number 1. Take those traditional herbal remedies and professionalize them. Now, this one's going to require some upfront investment in scientific validation and quality control labs for sure. But the payoff, you get access to both the domestic market and those incredibly lucrative international export markets. The potential to scale here is huge, but only if you nail the certifications. Next up, let's look at the agricultural route. Imagine multiplying and selling unique, climate-resilient indigenous seeds. This one really hinges on building strong community partnerships. But if you do, it opens up all these different revenue streams, not just selling seeds, but creating your own branded food products. And the potential here is massive because you're tapping right into food security, one of the biggest challenges we face. And our third play here is all about monetizing the intangible assets. What do I mean? I'm talking about licensing traditional designs for modern fashion, or creating killer digital content around cultural stories, or building these amazing curated ecotourism trips. The key to success here? It's all about powerful storytelling and leveraging that one thing you can't fake, authenticity. So, you've got a great idea, but where does the money come from? Well, the capital is definitely out there, but you're probably not going to find it at a typical VC firm. You've got to be smarter. You need to look at impact investors. people who care about social and environmental returns, not just profit. Then there are climate funds, looking for exactly these kinds of adaptation solutions. And, of course, specific government programs designed to boost this very sector.
All right, last section. Let's look over the horizon. A really smart entrepreneur, a smart investor, doesn't just focus on today's market. You have to anticipate the challenges and the opportunities that are coming down the pike tomorrow.
Look, being successful here means you have to be a proactive risk manager from day one. You've got to have clear strategies in place to avoid exploiting communities. You have to know how to navigate those tricky regulatory bottlenecks. You need a rock-solid plan for consistent quality control, especially as you scale. And you need to figure out how to build a brand that connects with people all over the world. These aren't just items on a checklist. They are core to your entire business strategy.
This timeline, this is your map to the future. It shows you where the puck is going, so to speak. Right now, today, it's all about laying the foundations in herbal products and cultural IP. But in 5 years, the big growth spurt is going to be in branded foods and seed systems. And in 10 years, we're looking at mature, certified export markets. The trick is to position your venture just ahead of that curve.
And if you remember just one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. The real winners in this economy will not be the people who just export raw materials. No. The winners will be the ones who invest in processing, in branding, in quality control, the ones who create high-value finished products. That is where the real sustainable wealth is going to be made. And all of this leaves us with the ultimate question. It's a question for every single entrepreneur, policymaker, and community member in this space. We know the economic potential is immense. We've seen the numbers. But the real challenge, the real test, is whether we can unlock all of that value without losing the very soul of where it comes from. Thanks for watching.